Hello and welcome to Mudflood Mystery North. This is Vincent. Thanks for tuning in. This is what we're going to be listening to throughout this particular video. Chill Hop Essentials Spring 2016. You can get these on Bandcamp. No affiliation, but it's just nice chilled music. So I thought I'd put it up there as some background as we go through our Mudflood mysteries. Here's Central Tech. If you guys caught my Mudflood in the Annex Toronto video, I featured this school, Central Tech. I did a little more digging just to find out about what's going on inside this building. I've actually never been in it. My wife actually did an art class in one of the adjacent buildings, part of Central Tech, but I've never been inside. But I did find some pretty amazing stuff, guys. So first of all, I found this article that was just giving kudos to Central Tech for, its 100th anniversary, apparently, because it was built in 1915 only. And so they were celebrating the 100th anniversary. But one of the paragraphs or sentences, the paragraphs that caught my mind was, caught my eye, my mind. The rifle range in the school. The rifle range. The rifle range was built into the school's 7-story basement as a training ground for military personnel, another one of Central Tech's roles during the First and Second World War. 7-story basement. And why and when do we build, unless it's like a bunker for a nuclear bomb? So anyways, that really caught me off guard. They kind of go, well, sorry about that. They kind of go into just, a little bit of the history of alumni. But I'm going to move along to this really cool thing I found, where I found this picture when I was doing the Google image search. I actually found the Construction Magazine, a journal from 1915 that actually featured Central Tech, which I thought was really awesome. I'll put this link in for sure, because this is like a 500-page construction magazine from 1915. There's all kinds of crazy stuff in here, and I thought, just the fact that Central Tech is on here is pretty amazing. I can't switch this picture around, but I'm gonna skip to another page here. What's neat is it goes in detail about all the different builds and how it was built and stuff like that. But the thing that's so funny about this, like we've seen in everything, guys, okay, they've got this construction magazine featuring it in 1915, I believe, right in around there. The completion date of this is 1915. All the pictures that Construction Magazine have of this building are the completed work. Oh, they have the plans. Hell yeah. Look at that. Drew them up. But there's not one picture with not so much as a ladder on this structure. No empty lot. Like sometimes they'll put in the school, the site of Central Tech before the build, and they'll show an empty field or something. Nothing like that. I have not, combed this particular article for everything it talks about, but, sure, we got the beaver there, and you think, well, then that's obviously Canadian. Stuff like this can be changed for sure, I think. I think there's the Keystone, sorry if the music's a little loud, guys. Keystone over at Fort York, I believe, has totally been changed. I'm going to turn this down for myself. It sounded a bit loud. Sorry about that, guys. So, anyways, this article is great. It talks about all the building styles and all the materials used and stuff like that. They don't give a lot of credit to who are these people doing this work. You don't hear there's a little bit, but the whole company or whatever. Oh, did I lose something? Oh, let's see here. Let's go back. Okay, yeah. So, sorry guys, I'm gonna go back into the magazine here. There we go. I just want to show you some of the interior pictures, because it's just amazing stuff in this building. And I see this building literally, especially because of where I've been working lately. I see it almost every day. My kids went to school very close to it. Now, check this out. We have some familiar characters and symbolism here. Right? We've got griffins, lions, or whatever that is. Different beasts. Oh, so sorry, guys. I'm having some navigation issues. Okay, now look at the inside here. Look at the stairs coming down. Massive doors. This is a school for youth. Look at these doors. Okay, incredible stuff. Flip it again. And this is an elevator, I guess. Let's see here. Awesome, awesome. Giant auditorium. I'm going to try to get a bit closer here. See if I can see some of this stuff. Like, look at the work going on up here. Incredible. Beautiful. There's some stuff coming up here, guys. I want to show you. Okay, so the engineering equipment of a technical school is one of the most important and difficult parts of the building construction. It forms the sinews, muscles, and nerve sinews through which the whole body acts. And if in any particular it is at fault, incomplete, or goes wrong, the entire teaching and student body suffers. Okay, well, so they're bigging up the engineering of the building, right? But no doubt, because it was probably beyond them. Let's see. Okay. Now, I was pretty sure there was pictures of the pool, but I'm not seeing them now. Oh, well. Anyways, guys, check this out. It's an amazing book. It goes on to other amazing stuff. Here we go. The Panama Pacific Exposition, San Francisco, California. I mean, it's got tons of awesome stuff in here, guys. So it's like 500 pages, like I was saying. And I think we can glean a whole lot of that. Check out the pillars. Just amazing. Just awesome. Okay, so that's not Central Tech. That's the next stuff. But it's full of stuff. I have barely even flipped all the pages in here. So I'm going to move on from there. I felt very vindicated in that I found an article that talked about a 7-story basement. Now, this construction magazine, it doesn't actually... It just says the basement is like 4 or 10 feet below grade or something like that. And they do show some things. Now, there's one last Central Tech thing I want to show you guys. And I really hope this is the right picture. This is the organ at Central Tech. Right? The organ at Central Tech. You know what else I was looking for? Is fireplaces with, with those little posts that don't light. This is the organ, guys. The organ for the school. The organ for the high school, basically. To me, that's a little overkill. I mean, really, what are you trying to... Unless it's sound resonating through the entire building, right? And here you have it. And that's the organ for this building, right? We have our copper cones with our stupa style top there. We've got giant doorways that are like, we got a mud flood building. Even this in 1932, and this one was taken, I'm pretty sure, or maybe, I can't remember. I think it was 1932 I read this particular picture. But these organ pictures of the Central Tech organ, like, my God, why? What? I mean, I get it. I mean, these are the greatest minds or whatever, but, and is this in the basement? Just shooting up? So anyways, that's the last little bit about Central Tech and its mysteries. 7-story basement, a giant organ, no construction pictures whatsoever, total mud flood evidence everywhere on the outside of it, and now we have mud flood evidence on the inside. Okay, there's another really cool mystery that I read about. Mystery abounds at new Massey Hall site. You know what? I'm just going to pull up new Massey Hall site. Oh, okay. So, this is I will pull up on the map so you can see where in Toronto it is. I think they called it Roy Thompson Hall. Maybe I'm Massey Hall. I thought it was Roy Thompson Hall. Let's see. Maps. Yeah, Roy Thompson Hall is what it is. I don't know why it keeps coming up Massey Hall, but Roy Thompson Hall, I believe, is where this mystery happened. But anyways, without further ado, it says mystery abounds at new Massey Hall site. But this was supposed to be for Roy Thompson Hall, which is here. So, I don't know, architect's model of the new Massey Hall, so maybe they ended up giving it a new name at some point. Anyways, that's not important. What's important is this article here, Mystery Abounds at New Massey Hall Site. I'm just going to read the synopsis of it here. Shortly after diggers turned over the first patch of soil for the foundations, the metal buckets struck an unexpected wall deep among the old foundations of a demolished CP freight office. On further inspection, the wall was found to be a part of a room roughly 10 feet square directly beneath Simcoe Street. Inside was a locked safe. The bare room, not marked on any of the detailed plans of the old building that was there, contained a chair, a table, and 2 empty cups, all of which were brought to the surface with the safe, where they quickly vanished. They quickly vanished? The safe was roughly 2 feet square, weighed several hundred pounds, and would have been tough to steal. Oh yeah. So it's 2 feet square, several hundred pounds. That's quite a box. Nevertheless, it was never seen again, along with the odd assortment of furniture pulled from the mystery room. So it wasn't even, it wasn't even stealing the mystery box, which, okay, maybe it had a priceless something in it, but they stole the cup and the chairs. This is all significant. Now, here's another thing that's a bit crazy. Is a lot of people were treating it like a piece of junk, says the project manager. We had planned to force it open, but it wasn't a priority. Meh. Mystery room, subterranean with a black box. Also strange was the unmarked tunnel under Wellington Street that workers found during the same excavation. The unmarked tunnel. No one went inside because they were scared of the roof collapsing, so they just sealed it up and kept building. But that's what they always do. Here it is, being built right in downtown Toronto in the 70s. And they bury it, and then it's gone. Like, look what it says here. A lot of people were treating it like as a piece of junk, and we had planned to force it open, but it wasn't a priority. The last time Blaine recalled seeing it, the safe was near the Hall's property, just near the property. It's just over there near the property. Like, come on and get it, guys. On King Street. Then it disappeared, and no one seems to know where it went. CP asked me what happened to it, and I had to say it disappeared. Blaine says, what did it contain? Priceless old share certificates, worthless timetables from a bygone era? We'll probably never know. And neither will we know how that mystery room or the unmarked tunnel came to be there. The room, 10 feet square, wasn't marked on any drawings, although we had a pretty detailed diagrams of the area. I guess I just kind of read this. Anyways, pretty crazy. And then that got me thinking, of course, tunnels. Underground tunnels in Toronto. Well, apparently, there's a whole whack of them. Toronto is full of tunnels. And they're not just any old square tunnels. They're round tunnels. Let's go look at Garrison Creek here. This is a tunnel that spans along Toronto. Let's just see if we can get a map of Garrison Tunnel. Let's see. Map. Garrison Tunnel. Let's see where we go, guys. Let's see if we find it. Okay. Images, map of Garrison Tunnel. Alright, so wait. Nope. Garrison Tunnel. Oh no, there's more than one Garrison Tunnel. There's I guess let's specify my home city. Toronto. Okay. I suppose this is it. Yeah, Fort York maps. Okay. 1889, Herring and Gray planned the City of Toronto proposed intercepting sewers outfall. Anyways. Well. Let's see if it's going to show us this tunnel. Not seeing... Whoa. Okay. Wow. So that's the zoom. Anyways, it's a very long tunnel. and it goes right through downtown Toronto. But here's my wonderings about it. Why? Where is it? Why is it perfectly round? Why does it need to be round? Why is that important in a storm relief tunnel? Why do you need to brick in a circle in order to make the tunnel function the way you want it to function? I get, like, when we're doing pipes and we throw a pipe in there and the pipe is like round and it attaches to other pipes, so that's something circular. But I mean, do we need to do the whole roof round? The only design that comes to mind for me, if things are designed to be perfectly sphere and definitely the same diameter around, is in pneumatic tubes. And we have tons of these tunnels under Toronto. There's lots of people who just sneak under and try to get in there. There's a whole subway system that was made, in the 50s, basically, when the city was already very developed. And I wonder, is this just an existing tunnel system that we've just adapted? I mean, it's really strange. There's definitely some subway stations in Toronto that are round. Like the whole, I mean, you have tube stations like that, I'm sure, are subway stations. But when I see that, now I'm starting to think, why are the tunnels round? Why do they need to be round? Why would they do brick like this? That's not an easy lay, man. Like, that is masonry right there. That is, like, skilled. I mean, I know there's ways to do it. I've seen construction pictures where they take like a wooden brace and they put it across here, and then they build like a shape, like almost like a half circle shape there, and then they mount it on the ground, and then they shove that up there, and they hold it there, and they let it cure and let the mortar cure, and then they pull it away, I guess. But I see that on archways, in doorways. I see that, like on accents on buildings and stuff. But we're talking tunnels. We're talking, you're laying brick for like kilometers of tunnel in a perfect sphere. Oh, no, not sphere, perfect circle, perfect tunnel, a tube of brick. I mean, it's a pretty incredible thing to think of doing this. And when did they do this? Because Toronto was just a big ball of mud through the 1800s, and then suddenly we have all this infrastructure beneath our city. Free masonry, found masonry, honestly. I think it's a good candidate for it. So yeah, that's an exciting thing for me. I want to take you guys to a place called Fort York. Fort York, let's see, we were just at Roy Thompson Hall. So this is Toronto. It is on the shore of Lake Ontario. And this here is Fort York. And Fort York is a pretty cool place to visit. It used to, I guess this whole area here, and maybe even more of it, was the fort. And I have some early, they post some earlier pictures, excuse me, of a bigger fort. But now what they have remaining here is just a few of the old buildings that were there. Let's see if we can pull it up here. There's a good site here, and I also have some of my own pictures that I took. Let's see here if I can find something. Nope, not you. There we go. Okay. So I was there with my son in the fall. I took this picture here. As you can see, it's striking. As soon as you see it, you think, oh my gosh, that's, there it is. You have the rest of the city all around it here, and it's like, full of condos. So this is the north side of the building. This is the south side of the building. As you can see, south of the building here, there's tons of condos and stuff, right? On the map, you can see Fort York here. Now, in early Fort York, it was right on the shore of Lake Ontario, which is down here. If I show you, if I go to their, let's see, I go to their Fort York, their gallery here. I go to some of the earlier pictures of this area. Let's see here. There we go. There's one. Let's see what we got here. Okay, view from York Barracks. So this is from Fort York's. You're definitely looking at the coastline of Lake Ontario. It's actually really built up, and you know you're right in the barracks. And now, oh, sorry, now we're here. That's like a kilometer there. So what happened? Well, hold on a second. Toronto filled in the lake. That time, Toronto filled in the lake. Let's take a trip. Now, I've heard this story. I mean, everybody knows it in Toronto. Oh, did you know that, yeah, just south of King Street, or just south of, I can't remember what it was, sorry, I don't mean to advertise for those guys, was filled in. You know, we had to, yeah, we filled it in. And it's one of those things where people just say it, and you just say, oh, yeah, that's the history. But the logistics, I mean, what they're saying is that this part, all basically south of the Gardiner Expressway, was lake. And we filled it in with landfill. And let me show you a quick picture of... Oh, there we go. That's them filling it in. That's them filling it in. Now, I do see horses and buggies, which is discouraging in my wanting to believe that they managed to displace enough landfill. From where? I don't know. But they apparently filled this. Most of the land that currently exists below Front Street is the result of landfill. In the early 1920s, the Toronto Harbour Commission made good on a plan that hatched years before to fill in a portion of the harbour, which eventually gave rise to Lakeshore Boulevard. The new street can be seen in the above photo. There it is, Lakeshore Boulevard. There is nothing but condos here now, guys. And apparently they just filled all this in. It looks very, very muddy. I don't know. So that, to me, is a bit of a mystery. So this was right on the water. You can see it's like built way out onto the water, which looks pretty crazy to me right there, even that. The fact that that building there is pretty substantial and it's just out here. This is something cool. I'm glad I've come across this. These are ice boats, big sails, and they have skis on them to go across the lake. And that building there is this building here. Yeah, pretty awesome. 1918. These are some pretty amazing photos here. You see it there. Just a complete, incredible building. Very ornate. Some great ships. Love those ice boats. But yeah, definitely an extensive tunnel system under Toronto. And there's even rumors of some tunnels going from Fort York to places in downtown. So many of the tunnels are round that it has me thinking about pneumatic tubes. What else do I want to talk to you guys about now? There's definitely... Okay, so here at Fort York, we have these sunken in... let's see if I can... We have these sunken in barracks, or magazine. We also have barracks here. I have other pictures. I know I took you guys through this already, but I'm just gonna... So here's the... I think that's like an original design. You can see it's Star Fort. Oh no, that's Fort Real? Oh, I should know how to pronounce that. I am Canadian. Let me see. I don't like looking like this. It's too blind. Let's see. I know I took a couple other pictures here. Okay, so again, so now what do we have here? Why is that the doorway? Is it safety, maybe? Is it, or is the doorway down here? And that's the closest thing to the door they could have. That's another thing I noticed in my own personal pictures is, so here's the Brick magazine. Again, I don't like searching like this. Let me see. See what I can find here. Okay. So what I wonder is if they, the story is that they built them low into the ground because it was for, say, like, it would take it out of the line of fire. It was like built up or whatever. And so maybe when people were coming in off the lake, you know, if they were attacking from the lake, they were sort of sunk into the ground. It helped give cover. But what I wonder, if that was the case, if that was the idea, so you have a sunk building here, and then you have another sunken building over here, why wouldn't you have dug in pathways between the buildings? So I think that's, you know, a question. Again, all the buildings with this sort of rubble foundation, and then brick on top, new brick obviously there, and then we have some stone. This whole site looks like it's sunk into the ground, even though it does get raised. But then within the site, like right here, these walls, just earth behind that. I think that's, you know, I get that it's tactical. I do get that, but at the same time, it just seemed to strike me a bit. Well, guys, trying to think if there's anything else I want to bring to you in this video that I've found. In Toronto, there's so much history. Actually, you know, I could take you into my photos here. I'm going to take you just through a couple of other things I found out. This is all near my house. Okay, this is at Queen and Spadina. Now, there's so many things just in this one building. So, pillars. We've got the balls on top. This is copper cone. And the peacock. See a lot of this. See a lot of, I call it the peacock. I don't know exactly, but I don't know exactly if there is a term for it, but I know it's something that shows up a lot. Let's see what I got for us here. This is U of T, which, as you can see, is pretty insane. In fact, I may have already put this in one of my other videos. All right, I'm out of here. Getting into personal pictures, I gotta be careful. Anyways, so I think I'm done. All right. Well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Those are some of the mysteries that I've come across in the last little while, and yeah, I just hope that you guys enjoy the mystery hunt and find your own mysteries in your neighborhoods, because they're out there. They're just waiting. There's so many things to see just on the streets, let alone on the internet about where you live. And you should just keep doing what we're doing and figuring out what the heck is going on out there. All right, take care. We'll see you next time on Mudflood Mystery North. Bye, guys.